welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, subscribers, welcome guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy the content. And to all of my returning viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome back guys. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Happy New Year. We are here, 2024. I swear 2023 really feels like it went by, at least for me, feels like it went by too fast. But I am excited for the possibilities that 2024 brings. So I have somewhere to go, which is very uncommon for me. So I have a reason to do my makeup, and while I'm doing my makeup, we're just gonna kind of go over some ins and outs for me as it pertains to 2024 and all that I hope it to bring. Maybe some of these items you guys can relate to. So, of course, I'm going to first use Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'R Mattifying Face Primer. Yes, so I am going out on a adult group date and I am excited. I don't do this very often, and I feel like in 2024 that is going to become part of my normal. It's kind of getting out of my self-isolation. Is that hair on my lip? Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of my self-isolation phase and kind of put myself out there. You know, that's one of the things I talk about often, whether I'm on camera or off camera, how I am introverted. And I am, you know, by nature or whatever, but I'm one of those weird introverts. Like, if I don't want to be present, I want that option. But if I want to be around people, I want that option too. And I feel like one of the things that has somewhat added on to my bits of depression that I do have from time to time is being so self-isolated and not being around people. Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Pumpkin. This is to color correct. So yeah, I feel like self-isolation, it's not giving for me what I used to get out of it. And maybe it's because of like a new environment, you know, living down here where we're living now. But I never thought I would really say this, especially because I grew up with siblings, but now I'm like craving human interaction. Like, what is happening to me? So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm hoping to change for myself in 24 is no more self-isolation. No more self-isolation. I need human interaction. I need to be around people, be around the sights and the sounds and noises, and you know, that kind of helps motivate you, especially when you are in a new environment where you don't know anybody, you're not familiar. It kind of helps to welcome you into those places and those spaces where you can get to know people to kind of help you get to the next level, whatever that may look like for you in your journey is to get out and actually interact with people. So foundation is Makeup Forever Reboot, and it's in shade Y503. And now that the foundation is on, concealer, Juvia's Place I Am Magic in shade number 11 is going to go on first. But yeah, I was just like literally thinking to myself, like, self-isolation. Where did that come from and why did it start? So one of the things that I'm being extremely intentional about, I've always been a strong advocate for mental health for myself as well as other people. I'm not one of those that judge. I feel like we all could use someone to talk to that is non-biased, you know, that won't go back and spread your business and all those different things. So one of the things that I am doing this year is I am looking into more ways to kind of dig a little bit deeper, like below the surface, in terms of different elements of behavior and just different things, you know, about myself. I feel like that's like an ongoing project. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a car, for example. You go and you buy a car, you invest in it. You invest your time, energy, credit, money into this car. The car starts shaking a little bit. I mean, common sense is gonna say, okay, it's time for a checkup. Let's go get the car checked up. You need the oil change, you need spark plugs change, you need the wheel alignment, you need new tires, you need new brakes, sparks, all of those things, right? I think I said sparks twice. We're gonna roll with it. But the same thing applies to one's self. Like, you have to be your biggest investment, your biggest investment. And I feel like sometimes we get to a point in therapy where, you know, we may have had a breakthrough and then we keep it moving, like, okay, whew, got that off my chest, Tyrone is gone, or yes, I dealt with my mom issues or my dad abandonment issues, and now I can keep it going. But we are products of those traumas in our life, and periodically they resurface in different phases of our life that we don't necessarily know how to connect the dots immediately. So that's where like ongoing therapy becomes beneficial. So positive self-talk, positive reinforcement is something else that is so needed for all of us on a day-to-day basis. 2024 is going to be sick of me because it's nothing but positive reinforcements, positive affirmations, and all of the things positive, like talking myself up, fluffing my own feathers. I'm going to be the peacock that is feathers out around myself. Like, I'm going to love and date on myself. I'm going to show up like, yes, my feathers look good. Girl, I know my feathers look good. It's going to be one of those years moving forward for me. And I feel like the more that happens, then the feeling, or at least the acceptance of so much like self-isolating is going to not be as welcomed as it has been, because it's pretty much just like a coping mechanism. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody really wants to be without community, but you have to get to why are you shying away from potential community. So yep, that's another thing for 2024. This is by LYS Beauty, No Limits Cream Bronzer Stick. I've seen this everywhere. I've seen it all on TikTok. I've seen it all on YouTube. I've seen it all on Instagram. And I was drawn to it, honestly, by the shape. It looks very convenient to use, the way that it's shaped. But I just never brought myself to actually purchase one to try. Looking at this shade, I fear it may be a tad bit too dark. This shade is No Limits Strength. It's Strength. That's the shade name. So this one is rather dark, rather rich. I'm still gonna try it because I bought it, but ooh, baby, yeah, that's rich. So I'm just going to place it very lightly in a few areas. Ooh, okay, and we're gonna see how that works out. Now I'm going to blot in all of the concealer using a damp beauty sponge. So yes, we're going to be on the hunt for more social engagement opportunities, get out of self-isolation, definitely going to revisit therapy just as maintenance. And let's see, because I have a list. Oh, speaking of list, so last year this time, the video I did, I was so adamant about, oh no, I don't do the resolutions and I don't do the list and this, that, and the third. My 2023 had its moments, but I feel like if I had a list, if I had actual goals and plans printed out, like something tangible I could see, I feel like some things would have got done, whereas just flowing through 2023 as I did, I missed some opportunities there. So yes, I do have a list, and I think that's one of the good things about the ability to change your mind, the ability to change your perspective. You know, wherever you see a need to update or change or revamp your way of thinking, your way of doing things, your way of applying makeup, like, it's your prerogative. You have the ability and you have the freedom to change your mind and say, you know what, maybe that didn't work for me then. I'm gonna try and see if it works for me now. And I mean, I used to be super heavy into planning. That was some of my first content on YouTube, was planning. Like, I used to be heavy into planning. This is one of my planners, and I mean, she is thick. She is thick. But as time went on, you know, different things kind of superseded me actually sitting down and going over what it was that I wanted to accomplish, a deadline on some of those things, and then also the ability to check them off and celebrate each accomplishment when I would reach that particular goal. So 2024, I'm meeting with a plan, like a written plan that goes for budgeting, like my finances, my content creating, like having an actual schedule, because I notice that we have the ability, if you allow yourself to get consumed by it, we have the ability to manage other people's time and money and affairs better than we take care of ourselves. And that's one thing I'm always, you know, talking about, and I'm always promoting at the end of my videos, as well as in real life, is self-care. Self-care. Self-care doesn't just stop at, you know, making yourself a warm latte at home and running a, you know, social media worthy bubble bath and a candle. Like, no, it means making sure your shit is in order all across the board, so that you can actually enjoy that bubble bath and that warm, you know, latte espresso, and you're not feeling like you're covering up different things that need to be taken care of in your life by all of this superficial stuff, but you're actually enjoying it because you have done the hard work. You have put the energy and the effort into organization and actually investing in yourself. So yeah, we are back to planning, and I'm so excited about it, because when, at least for me, when I plan, it feels very intentional. I feel very much so in control of what's going on, as opposed to just kind of going with the wind, which is how I did for 2024 or 2023. And I've noticed that some things just did not get done. Just did not get done. But they'll get done in 2024. Y'all, let's give it up for this base. This foundation, this is a really good foundation. I cannot believe I was not aware that this foundation even existed, even though there's like 50 million, 11 million. I like that one better. 11 million foundations on the market, but this one, I really like it. Makeup Forever used to always give good base, good coverage. And over the years, like, I just got introduced to so many other ones that Makeup Forever just kind of fell to the wayside. We are going to move on to setting the foundation. And I'm going to use Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in Cherry Blossom. Same damp beauty sponge. This is Juvia's Place Pressed Powder in Burkina. Okay, so my list. Being intentional. Being intentional for me means that I am very purposeful as to how I move, how I conduct myself around people, and definitely how I protect myself, my spirit, you know, the energy around me, and even what it is that I'm projecting onto myself. Being a banking professional, we're taught like all of these rules and regulations about how we handle other people's information, how we handle other people, you know, in our interaction with them, because it's deemed to be extremely important. And to safeguard somebody else's stuff, like guard it with your life, so to speak, but you don't have the same care about yourself, like, that's not good, you know? Someone else can say, oh, well, I can trust you, or I can trust my information with you because you've never let me down, but you don't have the same intentional protection about yourself. We have to come first, you know, and whatever is left, that's what you pour into other people. That's what you use to protect other people. So yeah, just being very, very intentional. Even with my interactions, like being very mindful as to how I present myself. That is definitely going to be one of my major objectives of 2024. And moving on to eyes, Pat McGrath limited edition Mothership Starstruck Splendor palette. This one here. I was really on the fence about getting this palette. I just felt like, I don't know, I feel like it's given Pat, but I also feel like this one is just kind of what sold me was the fact that it does come with 2 blushes. It does come with 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, which I love. I'm so happy that Pat finally started putting like more mattes in her palettes, more mattes that we could use as like transition shades, because at one point it was kind of hard to get a matte in her palettes. It was kind of hard to figure out what shade would be a transition shade for you that wasn't so bold and pink-ish. So I'm going to use this shade here as my transition shade. It took me quite a while to be like, you know what, I'll get this one. I think I was waiting, I was hoping for one of those like big, intense Pat McGrath holiday palettes. It wasn't given this year, not like her previous ones. So I said, well, it's tradition for me to get a Pat McGrath holiday palette. She didn't have one, you know, to come out this year, not like the previous years. So I got this one instead. So now what I'm doing is I am mixing this one here with this here. One thing I will say that I'm noticing, these colors are very light. They're not as deep as her pigments normally are. I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, it's pretty light. Yeah, I'm having to keep like layering it. I'm not getting Pat McGrath's color payoff. And that's interesting because I am using like the actual brown shade, and maybe it's translating different. My monitor is so tiny I can't tell, but right here up close and personal, no. It's like I can keep packing it on and I don't think the color is going to get any more vibrant than what it is. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for that, which is fine. And then I'm going to use this shade here. This one is Opulescent Moonstone. And I'm going to use my finger. Oh, cute. Okay. Cute topper. So this is a duochrome. It's cute. I kind of like the color shift. Yep, like in the pan it looks kind of pinkish, but when you actually apply it on, it looks green. And then in my inner eye tear ducts, I'm going to apply, this is by Laura Mercier, in Intense Amethyst. It's a caviar stick eye color. This is so bomb, guys. It is so pretty, and you don't even need to add much. So cute. And I'm just going to blend it out just a little bit. Now moving on to blush. The blush I am going to use, I'm going to use Mented Cosmetics, and this is Clay Too Much. And since I gave you good people a small list of my yays for 2024, I'm gonna give you a few names. Procrastination. Procrastination is the plans of the enemy. The longer you sit on a thing, the harder it is to revisit it, get it started, even get it completed. Procrastination has to go. Procrastination is the evil, ugly, bald-headed stepsister of depression. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes depression can come out of lack of completion. You feel incomplete, you feel unaccomplished, you feel uninspired, and procrastination helps with all of that. So yes, procrastination has to go. It is evicted. Get out of here, find you somewhere else to go. It will not be here. at-home manicures. I don't know anybody that deals with this other than myself, but I'm gonna share my weirdness with you guys. I can do my nails, right? I can do like gel nail polish where you have to cure it under the light. I can do regular like OPI nail polish. I can do all the polishes, right? I sit there and do the very thin layers and let it dry, and I have the spray that helps it to dry quicker, and I do the method where you put your fingers under the cold water. Y'all, within like not even a day, 2 days of wearing it, it's literally peeling off like a sticker. And I've had this issue even when I try to get nail polish put on my own nails at the salon. I'm like, what type of weirdness is in my damn DNA that nail polish is literally running away from my nail beds? So at this point, like all of the at-home look, and I had this on the other night and I thought I was so cute until I looked down after I put my hand in my pocket and I took my hand out and this whole finger was just gone. Like there was no polish anywhere to be found, like it was never any there. It was so embarrassing. So yeah, at-home manicures, you're out of there. I'm sorry. I'm back at the nail salon because at least getting like an overlay and then letting them apply polish, at least this way I know it's gonna stay. So that is out. At-home manicures. And also, okay, last one. While I'm doing my lip, I am going to apply Chestnut Lip Liner, following social media cues. Okay, this is what I mean by following social media cues is out for 2024. For me, anyway. Do y'all remember the Cheesecake Factory debacle? That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like everything that presents itself on social media in these little lists and tests and if you or if you don't, like all of these various things, it's kind of like an old saying that I used to hear back in the day. If it don't apply, let it fly. And some of this stuff just don't apply. Some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. And unfortunately, the grip, the hold that social media has on people, it make you feel like you're not part of it if you're not following the trend, even if it doesn't make any freaking sense to you. I was seeing people like condemn Cheesecake Factory to hell, knowing Cheesecake Factory hasn't done anything to anybody but serve us high caloric, delicious cheesecake and good drinks. So when I was seeing, you know, everybody damning Cheesecake Factory to hell, I could not, like, I'm not a bandwagoner. I could not jump on the fad. I'm like, okay, hold on, let's think about this. Because sometimes people that so-called set these trends on social media, behind the scenes, they're doing the complete opposite. Same thing like with those rappers. You would have rappers talking about, oh, I'll steal, kill, destroy, do. And they've never been to the hood, not even on tour. But yet they have their fans out in the streets acting a damn fool, living a life that the rappers don't know even exists because they've never had to live it. Like they've never been about that life, but yet somehow you feel obligated to do it because you're led by this person who is influencing you, even if it doesn't make sense. So yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, all social media cues are not bad. Some of them have been revolutionary, you know, such as self-care and black girl luxury and, you know, soft life. Some of those things that a lot of us have been not exposed to, you know, the fact of, quiet quitting, where you're only doing what it is that's required of you and you're not going above and beyond killing yourself. So some social media campaigns in that respect have been amazing, and there is more to come. But it's like pick and choose your battle, pick and choose your fighter. You know what I'm saying? And that for me is like 2024. Even though I do YouTube, I do TikTok, I tinkle around a little bit with Instagram, I too will not be given into social media cues where I feel obligated to follow a particular trend or now a fleeting culture just because social media said to do so. That's just me. But guys, you let me know. What are your things for 2024? Are you planning? Are we creating a list? How are you going to bring in 2024 more self-care, self-love, social interaction, or do you need to pull back? Are you the social butterfly that needs to now become the fly on the wall for a while? Let me know. Let's chat about it. And I am going to end this portion of the video here, but guys, stick around because as I said, I'm getting prepared to go out for the evening. So I'm gonna show you guys just a few little seconds of my night out. I feel like that might be fun, but I have to still end this video, but don't leave, okay? Exercise, self-care, it is not a privilege, but a necessity. Check on your strong friends after you check in with yourself. Do a bit of planning. Planning is good for the soul. It keeps you in control of things that are going on. Plus, when you achieve those goals, you can check them off and celebrate yourself. But in any event, guys, it was so awesome to get in front of this camera, do another video for you. Thank you so much for your support. Again, Happy New Year. Here is to 2024 being more than we could ever anticipate. Guys, be well, stay safe, and until next time, we shall chat again soon.
Did you smile like it's a picture? Lord, what in the hell is this?
Run low.
Okay.
Fifth low. For cocktail? Okay, I got you.
Not really strong.
I got you. You're up, Letitia. We're on the same team. Yeah. Yep. Just toss it. The way you're holding it is like a pencil. Nice. No, you keep going.
Do the 3.
Oh. Perfect.
She's acting like she doesn't know what she's just so she beats us all right now.
Right. Go for it. Nice.
Very consistent.
And a red. Look what you just did. Woo! Woo! That's what's up.
She doesn't know how to throw.
I got it.